after Erinma was banished from the village, she left the village heartbroken, with nowhere to go and no one to go to. She wandered about the forest for days, weak and tired, with no food or water to drink. Erinma kept wandering the forest until she came across a farmland. Tired and weak, she fell down on the ground and cried herself to sleep. The owner of the farmland, an old woman named Nora, had gone to her farm to harvest some corn. On getting there, she found a young beautiful lady lying helplessly on the ground. "Young lady, what are you doing here all alone?" Nora asked her. Erinma narrated her story to Nora and begged her to allow her to stay with her, promising her that she would work and do house chores as a way to repay her. Nora, feeling sorry for Erinma, took her to her hut. Meanwhile, at Erinma village, Ebupe, who had heard what happened to Erinma, did not believe that Erinma would do such a thing. He searched the forest for her but couldn't find her. This he repeated for days. He kept his hope alive that one day he would find Erinma. On the other hand, Ngozi and Ulaku were excited and happy with the turn of events. Ulaku took all Erinma's beautiful wrappers and beads for herself. She started visiting Ipupi in the guise that she is consoling him. She made it a habit to visit him every day. Erinma was very helpful to Nora. She helps her with all the house chores and even the farm work. Nora loved Erinma like her daughter. The villagers liked and adored her because she's hardworking and respectful. From the very day Nora found Erinma sleeping in the farm, she knew that she was special. She would often tell her that she would love her to be her grandson's wife. Erinma would smile and say in her heart that no one would want to marry an accused person like her. Erinma often wonders what Ebube would think of her and if he would ever want her again. She kept praying in her heart daily that the gods would vindicate her. One fateful day, as she was fetching firewood in the forest, she stumbled upon a hidden nest. Inside the nest lies a mysterious shimmering egg. Intrigued by its beauty, Erinma carefully picked it up and cradled it in her hands. She decided to take the egg home so that some wild animals would not devour it. Little did she know that this seemingly ordinary egg held within it the power to change her life forever. When she got home that day, she showed the egg to Nora. Nora exclaimed with excitement, "This is the legendary wish egg. It has the power to grant its founder 3 wishes, and only the purest of heart can see it." She hugged Erinma and asked her to keep the egg safe. One fateful night, 3 days after Erinma found the legendary wish egg, as she lay asleep with the egg wrapped in a cloth and placed by the corner of her heart, a radiant glow began to emanate from its shell. Slowly, cracks formed and a dazzling light burst forth, revealing a beautiful young girl with sparkling eyes. "I am Ugebe, the spirit of the land," the girl spoke, her voice a melodious whisper. "You are a child of grace. The gods have seen your heart and have heard your silent prayers, Erinma. They have sent me to grant you your heart's desires. Make 3 wishes and I shall grant them." Erinma's eyes widened in amazement. She could not comprehend the miraculous transformation before her. Immediately, She closed her eyes and wished for love, peace, and for her to be vindicated. Your wishes have been granted, Gabriel said, before vanishing. Erinma thanked the gods for finding her worthy. In Erinma village, Mazi Obiora has convinced his son Ebube to marry Ulako, saying that she is beautiful and well-mannered. Ebube, on the other hand, refused, stating that he does not love her, but his father insisted. Deep down in his heart, Ebube knows that Ulako is a materialistic and cunning person. But his father would not take no for an answer. A date was fixed for the marriage rite. Ulako and her mother's joy knows no bounds. They started preparation in earnest. On the market day, Ulako joyfully went to the market with her friends to buy wrappers and beads for her birthday. At the bead seller's shop, Ulako saw a beautiful blue necklace. She said to her friends, "This necklace is so beautiful," and they all agreed that it would go well with her beautiful gown. When the bead seller told her the cost of the bead, Ulako realized that the cost is way beyond her budget. They decided to buy other beads that they needed and were about to leave the shop when the shop owner stopped them. She said to Ulako, "Madam, you have not paid for the blue necklace in your bag." Ulako, denying vehemently, said to the shop owner, "I do not have your necklace. Why are you embarrassing me?" They started arguing, and this drew the attention of other shop owners and passersby who gathered to know what. After much argument, Ulako's bag was searched, and the blue necklace was found in her bag. "Thief! Thief!" everyone shouted. They started beating her as they dragged her to the palace before the king. It happened that Ulako had secretly put the necklace in her bag with the intention of going home with it without paying for the necklace. After the king has interrogated her, Ulako was found guilty of stealing. She was flogged severely and banished from the village, just like the tradition demands. Before leaving the palace, Ulako pleaded with her mother to come along with her as she knew she could not survive on her own. Her mother vehemently refused, and this infuriated Ulako the most. She then confessed to the king that her mother, Mazi Okafo, and herself conspired against Erinma. She confessed that Erinma was innocent of the crime she was accused of. The villagers, on hearing this, were all happy, as they knew Erinma to be a kind and honest person. Wicked people, the villagers kept shouting at Ulako and her mother, cursing them for their evil arts. The king decreed that Ngozi and Mazi Okafo be banished and never to return to Erinma village ever again. The villagers were all happy that finally Erinma had been vindicated. After the whole incident, Ebube decided to return to his business in his maternal home. He vowed to remain single until he finds Erinma. His heart yearns so much for her, and he prays to the gods to help him find her someday. The day he arrived at his grandmother's house, Nne was so excited to see him. She embraced him and asked him about the wife he went to marry. Ebube told her that he would tell her everything after he had had her delicious meal. While he was having the delicious meal, he said to his grandmother, "Nne, this food is very delicious." Nne replied that the food was prepared by an amazing girl living with her. She wouldn't stop talking about how amazing Erinma was. Nne said to Ebube, "I would have loved her to be your wife, but sadly, you must have found a wife for yourself." Ebube, looking very sad, narrated his ordeal to his grandmother. Nne then realized that the girl her grandson loved was Erinma. Her joy knew no bound. She decided to surprise. Nne said to Ebube, "Since you were not able to find a wife for yourself, I have found a very good girl for you. She is very beautiful, well-mannered, and hardworking. You will definitely love her." "And where is this amazing person you talk about?" Ebube asked. Nne replied that she went to the stream and would be home soon. Erinma returned home from the stream. She met Nora looking so happy. She greeted her and said, "Mama, you look so happy today. Did something good happen?" Nne replied that her grandson is around and she cannot wait to introduce her to him. "Quickly, go and have your food, then freshen up and meet me in front of the hut," Nne said to Erinma. Erinma, after she had freshened up, went to meet Nne in front of the hut. She found her sitting with a young man. Though she had not seen his face properly, but she can tell that he is handsome because of his muscular body. Nne, seeing Erinma, quickly got up and said to her grandson, "Look at the amazing girl I told you about." As they both looked at each other, it was as if time stood still. Then they rushed and hugged each other, crying and laughing at the same time. Nne looked so happy, watching both of them hugging each other. Ebube told Erinma about Ngozi and Olaku and how they confessed to their crime. Erinma was so happy that she has finally been vindicated. She thanked the gods for everything. Erinma finally got married to the love of her life, who adores and cherishes her, and they lived happily and peacefully ever after. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed our story. Please like and subscribe to our channel for more stories.